Because we believe that with Budweiser, mood is yours to take. Budweiser, the mood is yours to take. Not for sales purpose and the game to be seen.
Headlights, tail lights, and the darkness in between. Night driving is a unique challenge with reduced invisibility, glare from oncoming cars, and the risk of fatigue. Staying safe on the road when it is dark requires skills and attention. On this episode of Road Matters, we are shining a light on the dangers of night driving and shared expert advice on how to navigate the shadows. Welcome to Road Matters, your number one TV guide to safety on the road. I am Sufyan Muhammad. So let's begin with our expert insight. On this week's episode, we have two experts, a professional vehicle inspection officer, an ophthalmic surgeon that will guide us through. And from Makodi in Benue State, we have our correspondent standing by to give us an update on road matters. So stay back and enjoy our show.
Driving at night, particularly in our environment in Nigeria, is a very risky endeavor to engage in. Driving at night, because we know that there is poor infrastructure, the road furnitures are not adequate. You know, most of our roads are not lightened. We have lack of clinic bays in case of accident. You don't easily get help, and much more, our roads are not entirely in good shape. And because of that, it becomes very risky to engage in night driving. And we have other reasons of the truck drivers are having multiple headlights that may affect, other traffic family, vehicles on the traffic family. And we know all the issues also on our roads. We cannot run away from it, the issue of kidnapping, banditry, and all that. That is why we entirely advise people to avoid night driving.
With all this already foregoing, you now have somebody that has some eye conditions, like a person with glaucoma, advanced stage of glaucoma, somebody with a cataract, maybe unilateral or bilateral cataract. This will produce glare with the oncoming headlamp as the person is driving. So the risk is, you cannot quantify the risk. With glaucoma, even during the day, in advanced glaucoma, there is also compromise in the vision of the person. And then coming in with cataract, or you have some retinal conditions like wet age-related macular degeneration, where you already have vision being compromised. This is a very big risk with night driving.
Drivers can improve their visibility on the road at night by having a proper plan. There is journey plan. You must have a journey plan. And when you are having a journey plan, that means that you must take care of your vehicle and also take care of yourself before engaging in a journey. And while taking care of your vehicle, any journey that you know that is unavoidable and may take you into the night, then definitely you must be sure of your wiper blade, that they are in good shape. You must ensure that your windscreen is very clean, and you probably travel along with some liquids that you can use to clean your windscreen, in the course of the journey. You must usually ensure that your vehicle is in good shape. Your tires, every other thing, your vehicle must be roadworthy, and obey all other rules. You drive, you rest. After some hours, then you continue so that you don't get drowsy at night, and you slow down. Any road that is designed for speed limit maybe 80. Definitely that 80 kilometers per hour is just for the day driving. In the night, you must slow down so that you'll be able to take control and charge of your driving and your speed.
Now, for when you say short-sighted, that means the person does not see far. Okay? He can see near clearly. Long-sighted means that the person can see far but cannot see near. So judging distance, maybe following a car, because you should have like 3 to 4 seconds distance gap to the next vehicle. So if that cannot be judged very well because of the night the time, is a big risk. And then people with condition like cataract will have what we call glare from the oncoming lights. The lights are thrown back so that everywhere becomes blood or white, and then that's a big problem. And then you cannot tell safety is a big risk.
The major requirements in night driving, I keep saying it, that when it is unavoidable, is to ensure that your headlight is very good, is very sharp. You visited the technicians who will clean your headlight and make sure that they are working. And it is also good for you to probably have an extra bulb with you in the event that there is a failure in the bulb in your headlight, and you must ensure that they are working, your headlights are working, and you take cognizance of the fact that there are other members of the traffic family that will have a more brighter light than yourself. So you don't engage in unnecessary speed when they are, because their light can dazzle on you and you may lose track. And when you are traveling, as much as possible, you can avoid two-lane highway, if you have the option, so that if you have a wider road, maybe an expressway, 4-lane way, it's better for you to take that course.
Now, most cataracts that occur is age-related. Even glaucoma, you hear that from age 40. And then being black is also a risk of that, of glaucoma. And then of cataract, as age is increasing, the cataract start developing. That's why it's called senile cataract. It occurs with age. So, and then cataract can cause glare. That means lights are thrown back. The lens in the back of the eye is meant to be transparent. But as age is increasing, it becomes opaque. And the opacity causes the light not to go through straight as a B, and then is thrown back. Do you get it? From the eye. That is what we call glare. And the vision is already very, very compromised.
One of the major causes of accident in the night, fatigue. Because most of those drivers that engage in night driving, they have been driving during the day and they don't take rest. You ordinarily supposed to rest after 3 hours when driving, take a rest for 15-20 minutes, then continue. And at any moment that you find out that your body is not strong enough to continue the journey, drivers are advised to find a place to take rest. So fatigue is a major issue. We are human, and our body will definitely yield. You can't cheat nature. We will definitely yield to the request to sleep. And when that instance is come, you must find somewhere to park and sleep.
But it will surprise you that we don't budget for health. But in advanced places, you are meant to, like when I went to the Caribbean for my subspecialty, I was meant to see the dentist at least twice a year. Every 6 months, you see. You can see this already program budgeted for. So As the age is increasing, at least from 40, you should have, if no other comorbidity occurring or any other illness, the person should have a complete eye body check at least once a year. But you see, that is lacking in our place. Nobody ever knows all that, or people rarely do that.
Common mistake, and the major mistake is that drivers, most of them have this deception that they understand the route, they understand the road, and most times, our roads get very bad, wears off very easily because the trucking, they usually carry more loads than their vehicles are designed. When a vehicle is designed to carry 10 tons, it carry 20 tons. And because our roads lack weigh bridge, that effect gets on the road and gets spoiled. And when the driver are driving at night, the route they took in maybe about a week ago, they think is still the same. Whereas by the time they get there, the roads have gotten spoiled. So they run into ditch and they run into potholes and they lose control in the night, and there's no help coming because it is in the night.
So there are anti-glare coating. You can see what I'm wearing has an anti-glare coating. So the light affects me little, even looking at the light you are focusing on me, because I have an anti-glare. If not, everywhere will be white, I won't see. But with the coating on the lens I'm wearing, that helps me a lot. And then most people don't go for driving school in our locality. They just enter, just driving. They don't know the rules. Like when you are like inside the town or where cars are moving, you are not meant to put on your full beam of light. You are meant to dim your light so that the person coming in front of you will not be scared. And then to make it worse, like at the express, most of the big trucks, there's this wicked lights they put just at the center, and it just causes glare on the oncoming smaller vehicles, and they may just jump into the bush or out of the road, or you even think it's a small car coming, not knowing that it's a truck. I don't know if you have observed them. Very wicked. Some of them will even put like 3 in front, and they are so bright, and they don't put it down. And I think in the daytime, which the road safety should check, they remove it. But at night, they just find it in the front. And this causes a lot of, road traffic accidents at night.
Driving in the night takes a lot of common sense. You don't drive because a road is rated 80 kilometers per hour or 100 kilometers per hour. You drive using your common sense. The driver is in charge. Is in charge because there are 3 causes of accident: the human, who is the driver, the mechanical, and the environment. But who is in charge of the vehicle is the driver that determines the vehicle is good or is not good, if it's fit or not. Who is in charge of the environment is equally the driver that will know, oh, it's raining, or there's fog, or it's deep into the night, or a particular route is risky. So the driver takes almost 99% of the decision. So definitely, the driver has a lot to do to decide. So you don't base your driving on a particular speed limit. No, you don't do that. You drive, if the road is rated 80 kilometers per hour, that is just for the daytime. In the night, you go slower, and depends on how busy or how good the road is. That is the main thing. There's no particular speed limit you have to move in the night. Your common sense will tell you, I'm going beyond limit, or I'm going within limit.
People should have their eye checked, but it will surprise you that we don't. I had a patient once in the hospital. He just came for routine eye check. And, we cover one eye to read at a time. He covered one, he read very clearly. By the time he covered the other one, he shouted, "Everywhere is black, oh." This man had a mature cataract on that eye. And imagine you are driving at night, and then the light just come and also blur the only one you are seeing. You can tell the result. Maybe you should tell even more than I do. So, that is that. people having their eye. I was on a study once to carry out the visual, acuity, just to check on long distance bus drivers to know why there are so many accidents occurring. Because most of these things, people, like we say, may have either unilateral cataract or bilateral. They have advanced glaucoma. They have other eye conditions which have not been taken care of or sorted out. And then you see them still driving people on long distance. Even at night, they apply. And then you just see lone accident and this happen. You just target lone accident, but you don't know what have really occurred. Maybe the person was really very tired, worn out, and then has eye conditions that were not sorted out, and then driving at night. And they just say, the devil have come. Road accident. The very devil was sleeping in his house. It's just that these things were not sorted out and was taken for granted by the drivers. So I think we should encourage them, both road safety, Ministry of Information should pass this information, because if you are not aware or you are not informed, you are deformed.
On your own, you must reason it out as a good driver that on this journey that I'm taking in the night, if this particular scenario happens, what do I do? That's why I talked about having an extra bulb for headlights, make sure you have extra tire and all that, have enough numbers that you can call. And while you are driving, be very observant. Look at it as you are driving. Notice when you pass a clinic, notice when you pass a police post, notice all those very important components of the road, that in the event that there is a need for you for a rescue or a support, you can call. That is very important. Have the necessary numbers, family members' number, and all others, so that when you have the need, you can have somebody to call for your rescue.
That is all on our expert insight. But before we wrap up the show, we have our correspondent from Makodi in Benue State, where Fatima is standing by for an update about their roads. Fatima, over to you.
Road construction brings development, safer roads, and free flow of traffic. But sadly, some road users do not observe road safety rules around road construction sites, and this, most times, leads to road crashes.
Everyone wants to be hurried to go where he wants to go to, and that's causes road accident. When you are patient, you go to where you are going. I think it's a good thing they are doing for us. This thing go well for everybody. But when you get patient, you enjoy it. But if you don't get patient, you go before the road will be fixed.
You can look at your back now. There's too much pressure at the back. You see? But the government is trying for the road. So every person is driving now have to be concentrate on the road now.
So we have to reduce the speed. Inside the town, we have to reduce our speed. Go slow. Slow and say wins the rest. If there was coming on speed, I would have caused accident. The brake cut automatically. As the brake cut, it was I switched off my machine. Then the machine stopped.
Drivers should also pay attention to the cautions placed on the road, such as work is going on here, because if you go to places where the road construction is going on, they place signs like work is going on here, so they should pay attention to the cautions on the road.
Yes, they should place road construction signs to show diversions at various points on the roadside, so that people will look at it and will try to slow down appropriately as they want. And they should also hasten up the work, especially where they have built it to tying level. They should try to tie it up so that the dust will be reduced.
Road accidents are a major concern in Nigeria, claiming thousands of lives every year. But many of these accidents are preventable.
the construction site is supposed to put enough warnings, particularly in the night. Vehicles will be coming, some of them are traveling in the night. There is no one, they will just speed, and before you know it, they involve themselves in a traffic crash. So inadequate construction sign by the construction companies is a major source of traffic crashes along the construction areas. Of course, we are on that. We are on their neck. We are on the neck of those construction companies to provide adequate warning sign.
Road safety is not a matter of luck. It is a matter of responsibility. Share the road, share the responsibility. It's now back to Supianu for the rest of Road Matters.
And that is a wrap on Road Matters. You have got the tips, you have got the knowledge. Thanks to our experts for their insights, and thanks to you for joining us. Keep watching Road Matters on the NTA. I remain Sufyan Muhammad.